Hey tube of you, it's Dan here. What we got for a video today is our 2024 F350 Super Duty, and this is the first one in a kind of series that I want to do in regards to this, and this is fuel economy. So one thing that when I did my research on new vehicles I couldn't find was what's the fuel economy. We know APA doesn't list it, we know Ford doesn't list it, and let's face it, all those forums out there, they're hard to follow, and everybody's got their own way of doing it. This is, of course, is another way to do it, and this is how we keep track of it. So I will turn around and highlight that to you, and we'll go from there. Let's introduce you to the truck a little bit so you know why and how we get to what we get for fuel economy. So it is a 2024 F350 6.7 liter diesel, non-high output. I'll say that again, it is not the high output diesel. It has the upgraded towing prep package with the 355 rear gears with the fifth wheel gooseneck prep package, and it is a XLT Off-Road, so it has all the accoutrements with that. It has not been deleted, it has not been tuned, and it is still a factory F350. Okay, now that you've got a brief introduction to the truck, I'm gonna move into the truck because the wind is picking up. I don't know how much wind noise is coming through that camera, and I'd love for you guys to actually appreciate and hear what I have to say. And first, I'm gonna take a quick pause while I hop in there and introduce you to some. Okay guys, thank you to some of the sponsors of this video. The sponsor of this video is me. I pay for this truck, I purchased this truck, I work a full-time job, and then I try and do this stuff on the side. So if you like this content, hit the subscribe button. I noticed that 98% of you guys watch more than one video and none of you subscribe. So help us help you watch our stuff by subscribing. Okay, hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get back to that video. Okay guys, now that we're parked here, I can actually talk to you, and I'm going to throw a couple Excel's pictures up on the screen just so you can follow along. But what I'm going to highlight is the fuel economy that we've gotten for the month of September. In the month of September, this is the full month that we've owned this truck. Since owning, we're just coming up to month 2. And we're just shy of 6,000 kilometers on the truck, which is a lot of driving, but where we live in rural Alberta, everything we go is 2.5 hours away. It just happens to be that way. So we do put a lot of kilometers on. Okay, so let's get down to the numbers. I quickly grab my piece of paper here so that I can see what I'm putting up on the screen here. And so worst mileage we've gotten to date. That is 13.7 liters per 100 kilometers. For those of you down south, that's 17.7 miles per gallon. What this included was a lot of in town, short starts, stops, things like that, going to grocery stores, going to work, and it obviously took its toll. There's a little bit of highway in there, and during that highway, I did notice that it did do a complete burn cycle also. So there's a lot of add up on this. During that burn cycle, I watched the kilometers to empty just jump by tens. And I also seen it at the end of it, I increased 1 liter per 100 in fuel economy. So that's pretty significant. I do think this is amazing. I know it's not winter yet, and that's going to be the true test of the day-to-day driving of this truck. But the best economy we got on our 2003 F250 was 12.96 liters per 100. And that was highway. That was straight flat prairies, no wind, and it was great. So this is going to be doing good if that is the worst. Now let's get to the best. So in the month of September, the best fuel economy that we got was 10.2 liters per 100. That is 23.06 miles per gallon for you guys. That's pretty awesome. You're talking almost 3 liters per 100 better, and almost 6 miles per gallon better than our previous truck. So we will not complain about that. We're actually hitting very close to the miles per gallon and economy that our little 2007 SUV has given us. And yeah, it's an older SUV, things like that, big V6, but still, I mean, this big 7,000 plus pound truck is getting that economy, and it's great. Even in that 10.2 liters, there was a burn cycle. I saw it on the lyometer, I like to call it, and that's a little gauge in here that tells you what your liters per 100 is. It went from 9.2 to 10.4 at the time, and this is where I want to highlight that it's all Excel calculated. I'm not taking the lyometer into account when it comes to any of these numbers. So to sum up for the month of September, we are talking 11.59 liters per 100, and that is 20.29 miles per gallon for the average for a month. Wow. I can't complain about that at all. And I don't think anybody out there can. I know on a lot of the forums, people are putting their numbers on there. This is my numbers. Take it as you want. We're going to definitely continue with this. One big takeaway from all the numbers that we've put forth and highlight, nothing has been towing yet. The most weight we've had in the back is probably 300 pounds, nothing more than our SUV actually hauls with me hit a camping trip. I haven't really tested it that way. We do want to get a camper. That's the whole point of this truck. And we will kind of get numbers out there. Maybe I'll borrow a buddy's trailer, give a quick tow and see the numbers for fuel economy on that. But until that time, we don't know. And if you got a suggestion for a camper for us, we're really looking for like an in-bed truck camper. We like to overland kind of deal. So something in those rhymes. Comment below. Tell me what you think and what would work for a family of 5 kind of deal. One major thing that I do want to highlight is diesel exhaust fluid. So in this course, we have gone through, sorry, it works backwards. We have 38% diesel exhaust fluid left. It's telling me I have 3,500 kilometers left till empty. So we have actually not filled up diesel exhaust fluid in the 6,000 kilometers that we have traveled in this vehicle. So I believe it's a 25 liter tank. And I know local right now, I can get it for $1.05 a liter, $1.05, could be $1.50. I don't know. I actually haven't filled it up. So those will be in the equations once we start doing the calculation of average miles per gallon per cost and the fuel economy that way. But I don't know until I hit there. So I hope you guys are taking these numbers to heart. I'm putting my Excel spreadsheet up so that you guys can see. In previous vehicles I've owned, I'm very analytical when it comes to my Excels, and yeah, we just have to keep up. I want to know if it's worthwhile. So again, hopefully you guys take this to heart and see how much we actually spend on fuel. This month of September was $631 in fuel, which is a huge bite out of the wallet, especially for a big truck like this. But if we're getting numbers like that, it beat almost our 2007 SUV. So I think we've made the right choice of moving to this vehicle. The key test that we're going to have is coming up. We are doing a cross Canada trip, and I'm going to document the fuel economy the whole way. So we're going to have different levels of diesel fuel that we're going to get from way in northern Ontario. I know sometimes it gets a little sketchy up there when it comes to purchasing diesel, to all the way southern Ontario, throughout the prairies and things like that. So we're going to get a really good, accurate fuel economy in the long haul highway. And that's going to have good mix of prairies and rolling terrain as we go through the mountainous region of northern Ontario. Though I know a lot of people won't really call that mountainous. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram And we even have a Rumble channel that actually is doing pretty good. So follow us on there if you don't like the tube of view. But I'm going to highlight again, subscribe, please. I'll beg you. Everybody sees our videos. Everybody watches it. Everybody watches more than one. And if you want to keep putting out content like this, subscribe and get those notifications. Until next time, we'll see what video we come next. Thank you.